Hey, what's up everyone? Gamer Guy 7 Aces here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Sonic 101 history or retrospect, whatever video that Sega made on their Sonic YouTube channel. I definitely wanted to talk about this because, you know, it's just what I expected. They're using the Sonic movie to push the franchise. So, and I like that. You know, that's a good thing, but it can be a bad thing too if not done well. Now, I mean, Sega is definitely congratulated Paramount. This because I mean the Sonic movie being a success for Paramount is also a success for Sega as a company. You know, because they're the first logo you see when you watch the movie, or I think it's Paramount first, and then you see the Sega Sammy logo. I need to watch the movie again. But yeah, so I watched the video and it definitely gave me some Spider-Verse vibes to it, like how Roger Craig Smith was just talking about the history of Sonic, and he did it in his normal voice, so it just reminded me of Spider-Verse, like when they were like, okay, let's try this again. I'm Peter Parker, Spider-Man type of thing. But yeah, so there's some things I wanted to note in the video, so let's talk about the first one, when he talked about Sonics, classic Sonic versus Sonic. Notice how he dropped the modern. There was no modern Sonic. It was just classic Sonic versus Sonic. And I like that. You know, that's a step in the right direction. I'm sure people like Premi the Remy were still kind of annoyed that they had classic Sonic, but you know, that is classic Sonic. I mean, let's be honest, classic Sonic doesn't look the same as Sonic today. But I'm glad how they didn't call him modern Sonic. They just call him Sonic. And the first one is classic Sonic. It's kind of like there's Mario and there's Paper Mario. You know, so that's a step in the right direction, and I'm glad they dropped the modern Sonic name. I do know they changed it to like Legacy Sonic later on, and then they call Classic Pixel, but I'm glad they stopped that too, because that was a bit confusing. They did that during the 25th anniversary. Also, he mentioned Sonic's friends as freedom fighting friends, you know, so like that's a little Easter egg to Archie Comics, the Freedom Fighters. So are the Archie comics coming to IDW? Are they finally coming? After all, Ian Flynn has expressed interest several times of including Sally in the comics. But I don't know, I think I'm over-analyzing it a bit, but that was cool. I liked hearing that, freedom fighting friends instead of just Sonic's friends, you know? And also, I like how they changed Amy's bio. You know how Amy back then has always been like the obsessive, you know, Yander girl, always chasing Sonic. But in this one, he describes Amy as, Amy has matured into an independent hedgehog with a strong sense of justice. Just make sure you stay on her good side before you'll come face to face with her Pico Pico hammer. Notice how he said matured into an independent hedgehog. I like that. I like how they made Amy into a strong independent female hedgehog because it's really helped her character. Now I know some Archie fans will hate on that and say that they're just using her to replace Sally, but Sally has never been canon in the games, you know, so, and don't even give me that Sonic Spinball thing. I'm talking about the main canon. So I liked it. Amy's character definitely needed an upgrade. So, and also they used a lot of Mania footage when they talked about 2D era of Sonic, because let's be honest, Sonic Mania always felt like that lost Sonic game, felt like a lost Sonic game that was a spiritual successor to 3 and Knuckles. So I like that. You know, I always felt the game came a little too late in 2017. And I like how they didn't make a jab at Sonic 06. I mean, he kind of made a little joke saying that oh, I died. I actually died. And they showed Sonic dying, but they didn't make in front of the game itself Sonic 06. So I'm like, hey, that's progress. You know, leave the past behind. That's good. Move on. So it made it sound very Spider-Verse-y, like I said before. And they also talk about how he's been a werehog, how he's time traveled for a second time in Generations. But they didn't specify the first time, so that's making me wonder, did they mean Sonic 06 was the first time he time traveled, or Sonic CD? I don't know. Who knows? But I like that. I like how they didn't ignore 06, but at the same time, they didn't just make cheap jokes at it. That's the same thing they did with Generations. They didn't make cheap jokes at 06. They owned up to it and made it better. So, yeah. And he also says, oh, Sonic's went back to 2D on more than one occasion. That one I thought was a hidden jab. I'm like, wait. So, like, and they showed Sonic 4 Episode 2 footage when he did that. It's like, yeah, you guys did go to 2D a bit too much. I mean, let's not even talk about the Boost 2D side-scrolling stuff. So, yeah. And then he also says, Sonic stories continue across comics. And they showed the IDW comics. Now, this is the first time I've seen Sega talk about the comics in their videos. So does that mean the IDW comics are canon to the games? I've always seen them as canon because it takes place right after Forces. You know, they never stray too far from the canon. Sure, there's some new characters like Rough and Tumble, Dr. Starline, Tangle and Whisper, but it's pretty much within the continuity. And with Sega's mandates and stuff, they can never go beyond. They can never go overboard like Archie did, especially in the Penders era. So I feel IDW Comics is canon with the games. We'll see how things fare after the Metal Virus saga, but I love how they mentioned the IDW Comics. So to me, it's canon. And last but not least, the movies. This is why we're here in the first place. They showed the Sonic movie several times. I know Sega's proud of it. They're proud of the movie. And I know Sega is going to help Paramount with the sequel to show a lot more of Sonic's world and all that. So yeah, and then they said we're just getting started. So what does that mean when he said Sonic's just getting started? I know it's a new decade and the whole Sonic 2020 thing, but does that mean we're going to have a new game, a new Sonic game this year? Sonic Adventure 1 remake? I don't know, but we're definitely for a big surprise next month, aren't we? So please deliver, Sega, at South by Southwest. Please, you know. I'll take any new Sonic game so long as it's adventure style gameplay, but I think we all want a Sonic Adventure 1 remake. But I don't want that to be the main game. You know, I still want a brand new game, but the ball is in your court right now, Sega. You guys have won big with the Sonic movie. Do not fuck it up with the next Sonic game, please. Because this time, we're not going to be so forgiving. And Christian Whitehead won't even be able to save you guys this time. Alright guys, what do you think about this video? If you like it, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. How did you like the video and what did you think about it? You know, definitely felt need to talk about this video because ever since Kappa, I don't know, Sega's just marking all their videos as for kids now or kid friendly, so all their comments are disabled now. So you can't comment on them anymore. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but oh well. So I'm glad I talked about it, and let me know if you want to see more videos of me talking about the videos they post, since you know, we can't really comment on their channel anymore. Alright guys, that wraps it up. Take care, and until next time, see you soon.